David Thompson had everything a man could dream of: a successful career in real estate, a lavish suburban home, and a wife who had stood by him through years of struggle. But somewhere along the way, comfort turned into complacency. Emily's laughter, once his favorite sound, had become background noise. And when temptation came dressed in youth and charm, David didn't resist. That night, as he walked hand in hand with his mistress through the glittering lobby of the newly reopened Crescent Grand Hotel, he felt smug, like life had offered him another reward. The marble floors gleamed, crystal chandeliers sparkled, and his reservation was under a false name. Everything was perfect, until it wasn't. If you believe true kindness always finds its way back, please tap the like button now and subscribe to support more stories like this. The concierge led them to the penthouse suite, the best room in the city. David opened a bottle of champagne, trying to shake the guilt that lingered like a shadow. The young woman giggled, her perfume thick in the air. He told himself this was freedom, that he deserved this escape, and then a knock. It was soft, polite, but it froze him instantly. The door opened before he could move, and there she stood, Emily, his wife, calm, composed, and radiant in a tailored navy suit. For a moment the world went silent. The bottle slipped from David's hand, shattering against the marble floor. "David," she said quietly, her eyes meeting his, "I see you found our new suite." His heart pounded. "Our?" Emily stepped further in, greeting the hotel staff with warmth. "Thank you, everyone. I'll handle this from here." The staff exited, and the silence that followed was deafening. Only then did David notice the gold badge clipped to her jacket, owner, Crescent Grand Hotels. He couldn't speak. The mistress stood frozen, red-faced and trembling. Emily looked at her, not with hatred, but with something far heavier, disappointment mixed with pity. "You should go," she said gently. The young woman fled without a word. When the door closed, David whispered, You own this place?" Emily nodded. "After you left, I started a small interior design company. I built something from nothing. I guess it worked out." Her voice didn't shake, but her eyes told 1,000 stories. Of nights alone, tears dried quietly, strength rebuilt from ashes. David felt his chest tighten with shame. "Emily, I don't," she said softly. "You don't owe me words anymore." She turned toward the window overlooking the city skyline. "I used to think forgiveness meant forgetting. It doesn't. It means setting yourself free." David stood there, the weight of his choices crashing down on him. "I don't deserve your forgiveness." "No," Emily said, turning back to him. "But that's the point of grace. It isn't deserved." There was no anger, no revenge in her tone. Only peace. That calm broke something inside him far deeper than any shouted words ever could. As he left the hotel that night, David's reflection in the glass doors looked smaller, humbled. He realized that losing Emily hadn't been his punishment. It had been the consequence of taking her love for granted. Months passed. The story of the mysterious new owner spread through the city. People admired Emily not just for her business success, but for her compassion. She often hired women who had been abandoned, giving them second chances and safe jobs. One day, she received a letter. It was from David. Inside was no plea, no excuse, just a check for a local women's shelter, made in her company's name, and a note that read, "Thank you for showing me what strength really looks like." Emily smiled faintly. She didn't reply. Some chapters didn't need to be reopened. They simply needed to end in peace. But that night, as she walked through the hotel lobby, she noticed an elderly janitor struggling with a heavy cart. Without hesitation, Emily stepped forward to help him push it up the ramp. The man looked at her, surprised. "You don't have to, ma'am," he said. She smiled gently. "Kindness doesn't need a reason." And as she walked away, her words echoed softly. A reminder that real power isn't about revenge or control. It's about grace, compassion, and choosing light even after darkness. We'd love to hear your story. What is the most memorable act of unexpected kindness you have witnessed or received? Share it in the comments below. If this story touched your heart, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who believes in second chances and the quiet power of forgiveness. Because sometimes kindness isn't about who deserves it. It's about who needs it most.